Hi again then guys, and so we've got another GranTurismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for the Nissan Stagea Autech version, which is essentially a Stagea GTR. So you want your racing soft tyres as usual. For suspension we've got the ride height on 100, front and rear. Springs we've rounded off to 675 and 650. Dampers to 4, anti-roll to 5, camber on 2. Neutral toe as always. For the gearbox you want an auto setting of 230, then we've rounded off the individual gears to 3270, 2125, 1520, 1145, 900 and 750 with the final drive of 3.9. For the diff, low initial torque as always, high acceleration and low braking. We've got a torque split of 30-70 to reduce high speed understeer. You want all of your power upgrades of course, and you want to make sure you go for the high RPM turbo, because even though the mid-range turbo does give you more power, torque and PP, the high range turbo does give you a better top speed. And although I haven't fitted it, I would of course recommend NOS. Obviously you want the full weight loss package, and traction control is of course turned off. So this version of the Stagea, or Stagea, however you pronounce it, I don't really care, is kind of inferior, to be honest, to the standard model. It has less power, fully tuned, it's a lower PP, and it weighs more. So it seems kind of strange making such a fuss about having it as a higher grade model when it's actually not, which is odd, especially when it's presented as being the high performance version of that car. But that's just the way it is. Now its performance for a wagon is not at all bad. It's a little bit slower than the standard Stagea, which isn't surprising because it has less power and more weight, but it's still not slow for a wagon. It does 223 miles per hour under its own power. And as far as draft potential, you have actually got a decent amount for a wagon. Now most people probably won't be putting this car up against things like Vipers anyway, so you don't need a huge amount of draft potential. But you should be able to draft it up around probably 240, maybe a little bit more. So of course, as always, if you do need it to do more in slipstream, just extend the final drive a little bit more as usual. But overall, it's a pretty quick wagon. Not quite as quick as the standard version, which is kind of odd, but still not a slow car, and still quicker than many of the other station wagon type vehicles in the game. So for those of you who do decide to use this tune, obviously I hope you find it helpful and competitive, and if you did, feel free to subscribe. I put out new top speed tunes every day, and as always, thanks for watching.